like cash in a trance. Hit the end zone and do my little dance. Yeah, your chick blowing kisses.
It's week 17 of the National Football League, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. He's putting together one of the better seasons in.
The final 2-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway, week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Throwing here, Purdy. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Purdy now to throw. To his running back, complete. Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his second NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And he left North Carolina with most of his school's records, and at one point was starting to be maybe the #1 quarterback in his draft class. He does bring deceptive athleticism and plenty of upside to the table. Add some consistency, and maybe he can really unlock what he can be in the NFL.
Out of the air on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox, his tight end, but it'll be second down. You look at this Niner defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Howell down to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Purdy off the play fake. And this one is incomplete. The Niners at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Niners first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 22 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Robinson will try to pick it up. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 23. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. Purdy looking to throw. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 51 yards. And the 49ers take a 3-touchdown lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here. Javon Hargrave in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 21-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Chase Young in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. 2nd and 6.
Derek Forrest on the tackle.
Shotgun now with Purdy.
2nd and 6.
Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
That is caught, and they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Mitchell going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And this time he is in. Elijah Mitchell, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the counter, this is Robinson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners' 47-yard line.
Howell. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Howell from the gun. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Another throw for Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A 38-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Elijah Mitchell ready to get back to work with the rest of the 49er offense. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Purdy's throw complete here to Ayuk. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. They got 29 yards that time. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Purdy will look to throw again here. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Purdy. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They'll run with Mitchell. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Once more with Mitchell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Mitchell. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers will the final minute of the half. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Here's Howell. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Giants who are out in front. Sterling.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this 3rd quarter. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Completes it to Perry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 10. And the 49er 1st down.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Purdy now to throw.
14-yard line.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Niners have got it on cruise control. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for two here. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit. But going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Howell and the Commanders come up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now left side on the swing pass. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
McLeod to return it. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Now inside the 25. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And maybe a small measure of revenge for this defense because they've been thoroughly dominated so far, but a brief bright spot there with that pick 6.
Seemingly coming up for air after being dominated as you described. They get a nice play there. Probably not going to change the balance of this game, but they have to feel a little bit better about themselves after that one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Ray McLeod to return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Ray McLeod. He will take this all the way. Touchdown 49ers. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, you remember Seattle-Denver Super Bowl 48? Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll try and run it here. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And we will not. to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. A 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. They'll start with a give to Robinson. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Hal throwing on 3rd down here. Escaping the pressure right. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Here's McLeod on the return. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's the backup Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Darnold. That is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, Darnold. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. On 1st down, Darnold. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
To throw is Darnold. And that's incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Darnold from the gun. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. A.T. Perry, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
That's good for Washington. First down.
Back to throw. Howell. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Let's go. Okay.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Howell. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
At the 32-yard line.
Throwing here, Howell. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Washington. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Howell, 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
A 20-yard attempt.
Sly able to put this one through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Returning from his end zone is Ray McLeod. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've been flat getting it done, 8 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And just shedding, evades the tackler, and now some space. Set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much...
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. From 19 yards away. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Slide for the PAT. Check. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. McLeod now on the return. This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they're down huge in this game.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, San Francisco.
From midfield, here's Allen. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Commanders 20.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Washington ready to try again on offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Howell. Here's a screen for Robinson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Hey, kill.
Extra point by Sly is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Out of the gun, it's Howell. And that's caught left side by Mo Cox. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it concluded with the touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. So Allen's going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Foul to the air on 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chase Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board, both off.